How do astronauts get ready to go to space? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, do you like to learn about outer space? I sure do. Did you know that a lot of the things that we know about outer space are because of the people who go up into outer space and explore it? That's the whole point of all the astronauts who go up into the International Space Station. They're doing experiments and learning about how things work up there. Have you ever wanted to be an astronaut? I definitely thought about it when I was a kid. I always wanted to go to space camp when I was a kid. Have you ever wondered what kinds of things astronauts have to do to get ready to go into outer space? How long does it take them to prepare? Let's figure it out today. Astronauts have to train for a very long time. Years! After someone is chosen as an astronaut candidate, they usually spend about 2 years doing NASA training before they're eligible to be assigned to a space mission. So you get chosen to maybe go up into space, and then you spend years training in the hopes that you do get chosen. Think about it. Since 1959, NASA has selected fewer than 400 people to go up into space. And there are lots of people who want to. To be chosen for a space mission, potential astronauts have to learn and practice all kinds of things. So let's talk about them. One big part of astronaut training is learning how the spacecraft and the International Space Station work. Astronauts need to know where important equipment is and how to use the communication systems and how to handle science experiments and what to do if something stops working. Have you ever seen a video of the inside of a spacecraft? My sons and I watched a documentary about spaceships the other day, and those things have so many buttons inside of them. But the astronauts know what every one of those buttons do. And as for the International Space Station, well, it's a giant science laboratory orbiting Earth, so astronauts need to be very familiar with how all of it works before they get up there. Astronauts also practice for spacewalks. Do you know what a spacewalk is? A spacewalk is when an astronaut goes outside the spacecraft while wearing a spacesuit. NASA trains astronauts for this in a huge indoor pool called the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. Can you say Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory? Neutral buoyancy means something can float in the water without sinking or popping up quickly. Astronauts wear special training spacesuits underwater so they can practice how it feels to move in space. Now, obviously, nothing can replicate the feeling of walking in real outer space, but it's the best we can do here on Earth. They also practice ordinary life in space, too. Things like eating and sleeping and keeping their workspace organized. You know how in space, everything floats? Even small jobs can be trickier because things are floating away. In fact, astronauts sleep in sleeping bags that are attached to the walls. So they get inside of the sleeping bag and they zip themselves up. That way they don't float away while they're sleeping. Astronauts also practice using robotic arms. See, on the space station, robotic arms help move equipment and support the spacewalks and handle important tasks outside of the station. Astronauts train with controls and simulations. Some of it is almost like playing a video game. And they practice for emergencies too. What if there's a fire? Or what if the air pressure changes? What if the spacecraft has to come home earlier than planned? Astronauts practice these situations again and again so they can respond quickly if things go wrong. And fitness is really important too. In space, astronauts float most of the time, so their muscles and bones don't have to work as hard as they do on Earth. Here on Earth, gravity is constantly pulling on your body. Just standing up and walking around, that keeps your bones and muscles strong. But in space, astronauts can simply push off a wall and glide across the room. Because of that, astronauts exercise a lot while they're on the International Space Station. And they exercise a lot leading up to going to the International Space Station. But once they're on the space station, they use special exercise machines, including a treadmill where they strap themselves down so they don't float away while they're running. And they also get medical training too, because, when you're far from a hospital, the crew needs to know how to help each other. Think about it. If someone got hurt up in space, it's not like you could just stop by the moon to get bandaged up. You got to figure out how to take care of it yourself. So getting ready for space is a lot like preparing for a very strange camping trip, and a science class, and an airplane ride, and a teamwork challenge, and an emergency drill. All those things at once. Astronauts spend years training their minds and bodies so that when launch day comes, if it does come, they'll be ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, let's have a quick quiz. About how long do NASA astronaut candidates usually train before they're eligible for a space mission? About 2 years. And what is the name of the huge pool NASA uses to help train for spacewalks? It's called the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. Let's play true or false. True or false? The International Space Station is used as a science laboratory in orbit. Yep, that's true. True or false? Astronauts never need to exercise for space missions. No, that's false. They need to exercise a lot. Would you rather practice a spacewalk underwater in a giant pool or practice flying a spacecraft in a simulator? Well, I have played video games before where I was flying a spacecraft, so I kind of know what that feels like, at least to some degree, but I never have practiced a spacewalk underwater in a giant pool. Now that sounds pretty cool. All right, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? You have to train for a long time to become one of us. If you are chosen to be one of us, you train for years. And NASA has selected fewer than 400 of us to go into space. What am I? I am an astronaut. So, do you think you'd like to be an astronaut? It's a very exclusive group, but I bet if you work hard now and learn as much as you can, one day you could become one. It takes a very special kind of person to be dedicated and brave enough to try and do it. So, what do you think? Will you explore the stars one day? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Today is John's birthday. John is from Illinois, and John is turning 7. Happy birthday, John. Molly is from Ohio, and Molly is turning 5. Happy birthday, Molly. Juniper is from California, and Juniper is turning 6. Happy birthday, Juniper. Claire is from Massachusetts, and Claire is turning 5. Happy birthday, Claire. Isaiah is from Washington, and Isaiah is turning 5. Happy birthday, Isaiah. Miller is from Georgia, and Miller is turning 2. Happy birthday, Miller. River is from Taiwan, and River is turning 9. Happy birthday, River. Adeline is from Australia, and Adeline is turning 5. Happy birthday, Adeline. Violet is from Florida, and Violet is turning 4. Happy birthday, Violet. Josie is from California, and Josie is turning 8. Happy birthday, Josie. And Lyra is from Arkansas, and Lyra is turning 6. Happy birthday, Lyra. To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow.